Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Thursday, August 7th, 2014. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And you're going to see that the futures spiked up here this morning on the back of the weekly jobless claims report. And now it has come back down a little bit. But futures all in all are still higher by about 6.25 points. So they are catching a bit of a bid this morning. We'll see if they can hold up into the closing bell. We've seen a lot of strong moves in the market and then late day fades. We'll see if that starts up again recently. But nonetheless, futures are trading higher by 6 points at the moment to right around that 1921 level on the S&P 500. So again, we'll see how this plays out. But there's a lot of stock. There are a lot of stocks in the news today. Let's start off with the first one here. We're going to start off with 21st Century Fox. Ticker symbol is FOXA. This is Rupert Murdoch's company. They were making a bid for Time Warner, but they did come out with earnings yesterday. The Time Warner deal is off the table, and the stock is roaring and soaring. I'm not sure how the earnings were, but either way you slice it or dice it. Just 2 days ago, the stock was trading below $31.50. Today, it is trading at $34. I'll give the stock the upside to $35.40. That's where it should stall out. I'm not sure if it gets up there today, but keep that level on your radar. $35.40 is probably where the stock stalls out. I don't see it trading any higher than that. That might even be a decent fade level. So keep that on the radar. We'll look at the pattern when and if it gets up to that level as a potential short play. Let's take a look at Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, GMCR. You know, the Keurig K-Cups maker. This stock right now is trading at $16.75. It closed yesterday at $18.13. There's a lot of support right in this general area. If this level fails to hold, though, then the stock can definitely go lower. I see another big level of support around $12 and right around $12.30, and then all the way down to $110.70. So GMCR definitely will be a stock on the move today. Again, nothing terrible here after the earnings report. Normally it's a bigger mover, but we're not seeing that big of a move at the moment. Let's take a look at good old Jack in the Box, everybody's favorite fast food restaurant if you live in Hawaii. Right now, Jack in the Box is trading at $61.66. A great move today. Stock closed at $55.45. I have to think there's a pretty good resistance point up here around this 61.75, but this is a strong gap up. That means it's a very, very difficult short trade, so just be aware of that. You do have a very, very strong gap in Jack in the Box this morning, and the stock is at the higher end of the range. If it could get through these highs, I guess it can trade higher in the coming days, but nonetheless, it's a solid move. I wouldn't get in front of the short side, even though I do think that the stock probably stalls out around 61.75 or so. But either way, it's a strong gap up. You don't want to mess with strong gaps. Let's take a look at good old C-Trip, CTRP. It looks like there was an investment made in the company somewhere, somehow. Let me just make sure I have this right. But I do believe that C-Trip had news there. Stock is roaring and soaring. It's up a bundle here. Yeah, it looks like they got a $500 million investment from Priceline for a 10% stake in the company. So again, good move on C-Trip though. But the one thing I'll say, it did trade above the 70 level. It has now pulled back to $66. So there's not a lot we could do with it. If it does rally higher, watch the $72 level. That will be very, very good resistance if it can even get back up there. I'm not really sure it will. So again, if it does, watch $72. But the news is positive. They got a 10%. I guess Priceline got a 10% stake in the company. Let's take a look at Ann Taylor. This morning stock is trading lower. It's down at $34.80. We're going to look to play this one in the chat room. So I'll have levels for this in the chat room. Come on over. That will be a gap play this morning. Let's take a look at RIG, which is Transocean. Stock right now is trading at $39.28. It closed at $38.15. So a nice little uptick for Transocean. I don't love the stock here. I don't love the pattern on the chart. It's definitely oversold. It's getting a good oversold reaction, but that's about it at the moment. Let's take a look at Stratasys. SSYS is the ticker symbol here. Stock traded all the way above $112. Now it's around 108.34. So great pop there. It looks like they had earnings. This can also affect the other 3D printing stocks. So VoxelJet, VJet is another one that could move up on the news, and it is higher. And you're also looking at 3D Systems, triple D is the ticker symbol there, and that is higher. So both of these stocks are doing well on the back of Stratasys, 3D printer maker, after their earnings report. So good little levels on Stratasys will be given in the chat room. We'll look to play this one as well today, but we have probably 4 or 5 gap plays this morning, so hopefully a few of those will trigger, but we do have a lot of levels here. But keep these 3D printing stocks on the radar today, especially if the market can hold up and remain strong. These stocks have a chance to run, but they will hit resistance levels at some point, and that's what traders like to feast off of. I think I covered every stock that I wanted to get through today. There are a lot of other equities in play here, but basically I just got through the main ones for the most part, and I'm going to leave it there. We're going to move over to the gold market this morning. Gold is trading down about $1.50 today to basically 1307, 1306.70 per ounce. So good little move on gold yesterday. Gold roared. Today it's pulling back, retreating a little bit. If you take a look at the GLD here, though, you'll see nothing is terrible. It looks like it's just putting in that sideways consolidation or choppy sideways pullback pattern, but there's nothing really wrong with gold from what I can see at the moment. Let's take a look at the oil market today. You do have light sweet crude trading higher by 37 cents to $97.29 a barrel. Let's go over to the USO. What you're going to see here for the USO, it's trading right around 36.04. It closed at 35.95, so it's upticking a little bit. There's a chance this level can go a little bit higher, but I don't really see anything great for oil at the moment. Now, real quick, it's around 8:50 in the morning, but in a little while, or I guess right now, Mario Draghi is speaking. Looks like the ECB, the European Central Bank, held their key interest rate unchanged. So Mario Draghi will be speaking shortly. He probably is speaking right now. We'll see if that does move the currency markets. Right now, you do have the U.S. dollar index up a little bit. The euro itself is actually coming off the lows, but it's still negative on the session. So again, Mario Draghi could move these currency markets a little bit here, so we'll see what they do. But they did keep the key benchmark interest rate unchanged, so I just thought I'd pass that by everybody. All right, let's get back to the futures here. S&P futures are trading higher by $5.75. Again, we'll see where this market goes. We'll see how it plays out today. And again, hopefully we have some good volatility, because this is where we make our money. With that being said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts.